Yep.
And that's no surprise, all considered. The way that we're going to see this play out, everybody knows what to expect when you're moving into it. Miramar is a little bit more fly by the seat of your pants and savior. Oh, VHZ, that's not the way Brazil wanted to start today.
Yeah, certainly not. Obviously, the talk of the town has been all about Brazil and their performances through the first 10 games. They lose VHC. They're 3 players now, obviously, for the rest of this particular
not
game.
again!
And it's another shooting range circle. Yeah, certainly. I think that, you know, there's been some discussion around it. Obviously, when you look at the benefits, and it's been something that's been in the meta for so long. But as Kalusia finds a knock, hang in a second, of course, the crowd gets excited. And I thought for a split second that Uaz was about to run over mykLe. That would have been awful. Ming, though, spots Teddy, tried to sweep stop at the last second, didn't get out in time, and KidX falls to mykLe. This is the duo for China at the down planes, and that is going to be the flush onto KidX. Unfortunate for Indonesia. They got through one roadblock, but straight into another. Ming up close, can get Nile here with a quick headshot, lands it, didn't get the down, and they're both on about the same health.
Chinese Taipei heard this and just cuts to the north. Xlift trying to flank around at this point, but you can see just trying to recover at this stage as this has been a hard push. Luke comes up on the other side of it, drive by to finish it off. Indonesia is eliminated. And that was a much more, I guess, aggressive China. Chinese Taipei fans are really, really happy with Australia right now, but you can see, they're still not in the best of position. They're clown carring inside of a car that is destined to explode any second. They're rolling, trying to get the shots, but it's Argentina that is just unloading yet again. Chinese Taipei tries for it, but does go down in the end.
Yeah, and Australia's going to see that in the kill feed and probably think that's 3 kill points we could have gotten, but unfortunately it's like, do you get those 3 kill points and you're out of position, or do you get position and play the rest of the game? I think they made the right choice, and obviously for Argentina, they benefit the most from that because there was basically nowhere else Chinese Taipei could go. That vehicle we saw quite badly damaged. They couldn't go for a long trip. Remember, they already went from west to east, so they had to go somewhere short and close. And indeed, our 2 leaders at the event, Finland and Brazil. Of course, Brazil already down to 3 players. The spray from Page is perfect. Gets the down onto LFP1. Brazil down to 2.
Finland is on opposite sides of shooting range, and that is a massive problem for Brazil. Already 2 members down. They lost one very early inside this game, so it is just going to be sparking up. Circle pops, and it's going to shift over into Canada's favor right along the crossroads.
But Korea, they're not even inside of the circle. Thailand, further back, of course, need to push as well into this. Haven, LFP1, gone. It's only Sparking that's left, and he does not survive for much longer. Our leaders are out. No points from this game. Still stuck on 119. Spray from Xiaopian gets the knock on a Balmoth. Ezkalusia trying to fight back.
Now Thailand has to figure out how they're going to respond to this when they've got China up and in their face, and they've got a long trek to make it into the circle. Ezkalusia trying to hold it together, does manage to drop a nade on top of Yan, who's been doing so strong so far. Ming on the other side of this one, seeing if maybe he can drop one back into it, seeing how they can respond. The other members lining up. You can see Lu does get another drop on a Janku. So problems starting to abound. Thailand's trying to figure out how they're going to navigate this. They are all separated out, but guess what? It's going to be Korea that here's what's going on. They're taking the high ground. Xlift taking the shots into what's happening, but it's Nuran's on an opposite angle.
But Nuran's, look out behind you. You've got Loki, you've got Sol pushing on your position. Of course, this is a disaster for Thailand, but this is where Korea can start to maybe get a little bit of aggression in them here at this event. They push, they hear the fighting, they want a third party, and they get that down onto Nuran's. Ezkalusia does find the bleed out onto Xiaopian. That's a point for the home team. And somehow Loki, the USA pulled up as well. We've got 4 teams out towards the southwest map.
Everything's popping off over here. They realize it's too hard to get away. China's trying to fight their way. Sharp Shot's gonna connect on top of them. It's just violence everywhere. China's finding themselves compressed. Japan now coming in back behind USA. This is a catastrophe for everyone.
And Finland's making their way down as well from the shooting range. It just doesn't stop. It's third party on third party. At the moment, we are having a massive party and everyone is invited. Mexi finds the kill onto Lash K. Korea, I'm just wondering what has happened. We were supposed to be the aggressors. We were supposed to be the team that clean up, and now they're just trying to run for their lives and see if they can get out of this mess.
It's damage control. Teams stacked on top of each other, just trying to step away from each other in some form or fashion. They knew that they needed points, so now everybody's trying to fight. So now looking into, gets a good spray, and it's going to be USA in some trouble trying to get away. No, just Kickstart, the only one, but he's got a gauntlet of players in front of him. Korea, though, still stacked up in this position. They've got Finland in front of them, and they still have Japan to the other side. And Xlift, China still has 1 member back behind.
But Japan was smart. They didn't get too close into that. They were able to keep their distance away. Aches left now with a nice elimination on Sol. China are gone, 12th place. They did find some kills for that, about 7 in fact. So China definitely benefiting from that position. There go the United States too, who somehow found themselves in that absolute bizarre fight.
is just harassing everything in the grounds around them, but can't stack up the kills. Australia, though, runs right into Vietnam, who has been a problem for every team that they've bound into.
Massive shot from Duckmai. The other two members for Australia pull up, and I think this might be their grave. Vietnam send Australia packing in 9th. They cannot get anything more from this game, but Glories, Duckmai, both down. The pressure's not done yet. Onto Vietnam. Canada with a little angle, of course, from their buildings, which right now feels like the absolute god spot for the rest of this game. Smoke goes up. Vietnam now just trying to recover, get these revives. They got Shaq, but they're going to lose their vehicles.
Japan still needs to separate away from Turkey. You can see Turkey's taking the shots. Canada just harassing a lot of what's going to be going on. Turkey, how are you going to play this one? Rolling right in. Ona gets a good lineup into him in one load.
Wow.
Just absolutely demolishes Turkey.
Yeah, and a bit of help from Polly there as well. 4 kills now for Japan. Here come Finland. They send it on to Canada. They feel like they had no other play. They've got the outside building, though. Correxi's low. Another nade. That might get the down. Page did get Shimboy. But yes, that nade from Finna got the down onto Correxi. Shimboy actually dies to his own Molotov.
I love this drop down. Oh, wow. Shimboy's got the Molotov on top of him, but using that to stop what's going on the high ground, slow it down. Finna realizing what's going on, seeing if maybe he can get a follow-up nade to boot with it. UK sees what's happening, trying to take some shots into it, and you can see it's just turning into a bigger mess. Japan, they're crashing the other side of Canada.
Yeah, Keenan's going to be so careful here. They need a bit of help from the other side of the road as well. Keen go down to Keenan. He finds that kill. Defends his building with his life diggery, just trying to get out and see if he can get up. Adam gets Polly. The Japan push has just collapsed on itself, and Canada right now dealing with both Finland and Japan absolutely perfectly as they can. Keenan so aggressive, understanding the situation, plays it perfectly. Oh, he gets run over.
I love it. Rolls right into this. Adam steps out, gets the shots onto him. Japan eliminated. You can see these teams know they need points, and they have got to scrap. They are gunning for it. But every single time you get a knock, there's another team waiting to knock you.
It's only Adam that's left now for Canada. He'll have to just hold out and bunker inside of that house. Page the solo as well for Finland. Pulls out the shotgun, gets through to Finna. Another point for Finland. Now only 19 points behind Brazil. Remember to keep an eye on that battle at the top. And the United Kingdom as well tied for second. Both them and Finland on 100 points.
They've got the nade prepped. Are they going to opt into it? No! It's Page at range that's taking shots, reveals his position. That alerts Argentina, and they spin back around.
He only had the one nade, and then he saw them both at the rock. I think at that point it got a little too greedy, wanted to get closer, tried to take some time, but lo and behold, Argentina, they are watching the angles, they are watching the backside, and they spot him out. So he's gone. Vietnam down to 3, and the United Kingdom hears shots, so they move over and see if they can now push on to Argentina.
Just stacking up while that's happening. Perfect time on the other side. Argentina just rolls right into United Kingdom, and it's just like waiting arms. They just get annihilated and pick up so many points through that.
And I wonder if maybe they were caught off by Vard and Fexx, who were just a little bit more further in front and obviously didn't give away their position. Yeah, and they're playing really cautiously, obviously keeping close to each other. You do not really, even a duo that sweeps together could easily both get double knocked and flushed, and that causes them to lose out. Now, Sapao, you may as well take the point. There might be some people that say leave him and see if he catches out the UK, but also it can go the other way. So you get rid of him, you get the kill, you guarantee second place. Now it's a 3 versus 4, and you don't have to worry about a snake sitting in the grass. So for Vietnam, it's not unwinnable, but they're heavily spread. UK have the numbers up close. They will be able to overwhelm unless Haisaki gets an early knock.
Here comes the push onto it. He's laying down, waiting for it. Vietnam sent one member off to the other side, but TeaBone reads it perfectly. That's a quick pickup. Are we to see Glorious manage to make magic happen yet again? That is a strong UK front on one side of it. mykLe, I think, has fed some information over and said, hey, I've spotted another one. Let's not play this one too aggressive yet. The circle is popped. We can get control over it yet again. It's only 10 points to Brazil right now. Every single point that they can pick up, these couple of kills, getting the win is going to put them so close to Brazil. They know that. They want to play safe. They want to play it cautious.
Beautiful.
Just play it technical, just like that. Play it easy, get the win, and now UK has a shot at going for first.
The best team on Erangel could end up being the best team at this event when it's all said and done. 9 matches to go, and the UK are right up there at the top of the standings with this win. Another win.
I pray my dick get big as the apple time, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours.